I am thrilled and honored tonight to introduce to you two young people who really exemplify the best of the Needham community and certainly Needham High School. There could be a lot of students here tonight, but there are two because the Massachusetts Association of School Superintendent allows me to honor two. And through the work of Mr. Seacott and the high school staff, two students are being recognized, although there are so many behind them. It's a real difficult task. So I'd like to welcome to the table Nevan Sujit and Ray Winig. If they could come to the table. I told both of them that I have to embarrass them both a little bit with tell a little story about each one of them, if you will, and their families are here, and so we appreciate them being here. So let me introduce you briefly to these two amazing young people. So I'll start with Ray. Ray is one of the most, and these comments are kind of a combination of some research I did from their counselors and teachers. Ray Winig is one of the most impressive students that I've ever worked with in my 20-plus years as a school counselor. Ray has made the most of their high school experience, taking full advantage of opportunities to challenge themselves academically, create interdisciplinary learning opportunities, and make a positive impact on the student culture of Needham High School. Ray is a true change agent, and I'm confident that they will continue to make a difference in the world. Ray is a model student who has a genuine thirst for knowledge, seeks to deepen their understanding, and possesses a stellar work ethic. Ray thrives in every aspect of curriculum, from individual research, for example, the Advanced Placement Capstone Project, to collaborative group work, the National History Day program, to interdisciplinary learning. Ray's academic strengths lie across all subject areas. Once a self-described STEM kid, Ray has found a passion for humanities through the high school curriculum. Ray has successfully completed the 2-year and rigorous AP capstone sequence, which includes research and seminar. Ray's culminating project was on Needham resident safety perceptions, which included a 30-page paper and presentation. In their senior year, Ray is taking their research one step further, developing an independent study with our library media specialist at the high school to catalog and increase representation in our media center's offerings. Ray is an accomplished student leader who is also committed to social activism. Ray's goal is to make Needham High School a place where all students feel accepted, valued, and comfortable. To this end, Ray has been actively involved in furthering the conversation of equity, cultural proficiency, and inclusivity in the school community. From their leadership of the Queer Student Union, board membership with the Needham Diversity Initiative, and participation in courageous conversations on race, Ray has actively led students in important conversations and is clearly a role model for students and, quite frankly, for adults alike. So congratulations to Ray.
Thank you.
Nevan Sujit is a gifted student, musician, and leader who is reflective, focused, and joyful. From his rigorous academics to robotics team, Boy Scouts, music, and spending time with his younger brother, Nevan, right there. Wave your hand so we know who. There we are. Okay. Nevan gives his all, and he has fun doing it. As serious as Nevan is about learning, he doesn't take himself too seriously. He gets along with everyone and strives to live a balanced life. Here are some of those aspects of that balanced life. Like Ray, the STEM field is a natural fit for Nevan. He loves math and science and often goes above and beyond, exploring new terrain independently. Last year, for example, Nevan tried to develop microbial fuel cells, or MFCs, that can turn wastewater into electricity. I never did anything like that in high school, Nevan. I just want you to know. Nevan did research to find ways to improve his work and presented his findings at the Massachusetts Science and Engineering Fair, where he earned an honorable mention for his research. Nevan's involvement in Boy Scouts has shaped his commitment to environmental issues, and he hopes to go into the field of renewable energies. Nevan also absolutely loves math. Last year in AP Calculus BC, Nevan created a YouTube playlist called Cool Math Videos for his classmates. I didn't do that either in high school. Nevan is also in his element on the robotics team. He's a dedicated violinist. He plays in the Rivers Youth Orchestra and plays in the pit for our Needham High School performances. And finally, I understand about Nevan is that he has taken an active role in his younger brother's day-to-day life and learning. Nevan does this to be helpful and because he cares about developing a close relationship with Nevan, despite their 10-year age difference. Congratulations, Nevan.
Thank you.
These are two extraordinary young people that we are very proud will move beyond Needham High School. I think they clearly represent the portrait of a Needham graduate. They are fine representatives of their classmates for sure. And I'm just honored to present them in a little bit. I'll present a certificate, and Mary Lammy's going to take a picture over here. But first, members of the school committee, if you have any questions for our guests.
I think before I open it up to my school committee colleagues, I wanted to turn it over to both of you to see if you have any comments or reflections that you'd like to share with us. And if you don't, that's totally fine. I don't mean to put you on the spot. But if either one of you would like to share anything, we'd love to give you that opportunity.
I'll go. I just want to say thank you to Dr. Gutekanst as well as to Mr. Seekoff for honoring me with this award. It really means a lot. And I want to say that also, you know, as much as I've worked hard and I'm amazing and whatever, I'm also like a product of my environment. And I feel like I've been very fortunate to grow up in such a supportive environment that is Needham High School. You know, I like to say that my favorite room in Needham High is the Da Vinci workshop, which is basically this maker space. So, you know, there's like 3D printers, there's tools, robotics kits, and it's really been like a place that's helped me grow in my passion for STEM. So, you know, I'm super thankful towards Mr. Batra and Mr. Smalley, who are the teachers who run the Da Vinci workshop, and as well as like my parents, and especially my dad, who really does push me a lot. And I would not be nearly as motivated or as ambitious as I am without him. So he is, you know, truly one of my greatest role models. So yeah, as amazing as I am, it's also, you know, a big part of it is the community and the environment that I've grown up in and that I'm so thankful for.
I think I would like to second much of what Nevan just said and extending my thanks as well to Dr. Gutekanst and to Mr. Seekoff, as well as to the teachers and counselors who were able to recognize both of us and offer us this honor tonight, which was very greatly appreciated, as well as extending thanks to my family for their continued support and to the Needham environment. I would also like to extend a special thanks to the support of librarians throughout my school career from K through 12, particularly those of Ms. Potter in my elementary school right here at Broadmeadow, and Miss Rouse, who is also the teacher of the AP Capstone program and who I've continued to work with and become very close with throughout my high school career as incredibly beneficial and influential people on my academic and personal development. And I, in general, just extend my general gratitude and thanks for this recognition tonight.
Well, thank you. I will move down the line. Liz, why don't you start us off?
Ray, Nevan, just congratulations to you both. And I just had to note, as I was listening to each of you talk, that you have taken your academics and you haven't looked at academics as sort of the thing you have to do to get to the next step, but as something that you can use to make a difference in the world and to tackle big problems, right? Both of you have discussed various areas that you've tried to impact using some skills you've learned through school. I'm just wondering if you had any advice to give to students who are younger than you, who are coming forward, who are also looking at schooling, academics, and the world that we live in. What advice would you give them to move forward, achieve balance, and make a difference?
I think I would say something that I would absolutely encourage folks who are younger students, is to not be afraid of taking things seriously, even when your peers do not. I think that oftentimes you can very easily fall into a culture of not believing in what you are doing as meaningful or impactful, and part of that believing in that is that you will not be. And so I think even if you are the one person in the room who actually cares to be there, caring to be there still matters. And that it is important to find the community, whether it be in the form of a teacher, in the form of your friends, in the form of affinity spaces or student unions in the school, a counselor, an advisor, someone outside of your school and your community and your life, in whatever space you may be, who can help to nurture and guide you in those passions and those beliefs and in that experience and that growth. And I think that for younger students, it is very, it can be easy to feel isolated in terms of whether it be on the basis of your identity in your school system or on the basis of not feeling as though you have the opportunities that you are seeking, or you're not sure what you're doing, or you just feel generally confused or lost. And I think I would certainly encourage younger students to seek out those communities and to take what they're doing seriously and to do things that they care about, not just because it is what is expected of them or what is expected by their communities or by their peers, or is what is a general consensus among the school, if that's not what you personally as an individual wish to do with your life.
Kind of similar to Ray's point, but I believe that school, obviously a lot of people see it as you got to get your grades and whatnot, but I believe that it's also an opportunity to be intellectual, and looking at it from that mindset, at least for me, has really helped me enjoy school more and just actually feel like a learner. I don't just see my classes as grades, but as opportunities to learn and try to apply what I learned to other aspects of my life. For example, it's kind of dorky, but I love hanging out with my teachers after school because they're cool people and they're very smart, and I love learning from them. So it's really more than anything is be able to look past school as not just a place for grades, but a place to be curious and to learn and be an intellectual.
Both of you, thank you so much.
Leah.
I would just like to extend my congratulations to both of you. As one of your peers, I've been in many classes with both of you, and I truly can't think of anyone more deserving. You're both so insightful and so intelligent, and I know that wherever you'll go next, you'll make an immense impact, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael?
I have to think really hard about this because it's pretty intimidating. You guys are amazing. I guess what I really appreciate so much, aside from your incredible talent and accomplishments, incredibly well spoken and thoughtful, but the both of you talked about the supportive community and building a community, because that is something that is really, really important to us. And we don't create it, you create it, the teachers, and thank you for the shout out to our wonderful teachers, who stay after and want to engage with you. I think that's incredibly outstanding. I want to make a point about the makerspace, which is a fabulous space. We had to work pretty hard to get that space and to keep it as an empty space when everything around was being used, because the original use was not what we ended up doing with it. But we worked very hard to keep it, and when the opportunity came along to do what is now the makerspace, it was wonderful, and it is great. I have not forgiven Mr. Batra for retiring, even though he has come back. I haven't forgiven him for retiring yet. But that space is something that we would have, with all the good intentions of the world, we couldn't do it if we hadn't preserved the space in the building. And I'm not telling you that, but it's the kind of thing that I hope we appreciate, that thinking ahead and thinking for the different ways that our students want to engage and learn. And I love that idea that school is a place to learn and to not be afraid if other people don't take it seriously. That's fantastic, and you're very impressive, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll just close this section before you get your certificates and your photos by really sort of applauding the degree to which you both give back to the community. Ray, I just met you this evening, but hearing what the superintendent shared about the impact that you've had on the high school and your really deep belief in making sure that it is a place where everyone feels that they belong, I think is so critical. And clearly you've given back in many ways. And I've had the great pleasure of watching Nevan in Scouts over the last years, and he served as the senior patrol leader last year, so was the senior leader, youth leader of the Scouts, and that's a very, very difficult job. And I think one of the things that impressed me the most, having had the chance to see many kids do this over the years, was the degree to which he wanted to make things fun for the Scouts, and has always been someone who's included the younger Scouts, which again can be tricky to do, and is supremely helpful to everyone. Just last night, he sort of finished his little project early and then looked around to see who else was struggling. And the first thing he did was jump right in to help them. So I think those, certainly characteristics, I'm guessing, of both of you. And we just congratulate you so much. And we're so proud of you and all of the folks, your families and teachers who supported you over the years, and congratulate you and wish you well as you get ready to leave Needham High later this year. So.
Thank you.
So, we will do some pictures over here in the corner, and I would ask, I'll present the certificate to both of them over there, and then we'll do some pictures, and if families want to do pictures, Nelvin, if you want to get in the picture, whatever is, that's up to your brother. So, come on over. And they need a round of applause when they get these certificates. Applause. Melvin, are you getting in? Congratulations.